Aries, be mindful this week of unpredictable energy, because wild energy attracts, but then it can repel here. So Aries, this week we have high voltage, heart on fire energy. The universe is teasing you with a love that could redefine your personal story. Someone wants to be more than friends, and it's unmistakably deep. Yeah, your energy or theirs is unpredictable. Balance is key. Don't let the excitement tip into chaos. Approach it with passion and awareness. And you may find that this roller coaster is actually your path to a transformative connection. Love that. So Aries, this is your energy checking for the 3rd to the 10th of March. And head on over to my YouTube channel for the full-length video. Don't forget to show some love on my YouTube, as I've just started a new channel, so any likes, comments and shares are highly appreciated. So let's have a look. Let's have a look, Aries. The Two of Pentacles also talks about you juggling your options. Maybe you're dealing with two people, thinking about two people, or you're just juggling this person. 1 minute you may be interested in getting to know them or giving them a chance. The next minute you feel like, oh, why do I bother? This is the energy. But this could really lead into something, although there is this, with this unpredictable card, I feel like there could be this mistrust, right? Maybe you have some history with this individual and they may have not been very reliable in the past. So this could be also happening for you. We have bad timing, too little, too late, taken, not ready to love again. I don't know if this could be potentially talking about, again, remember, juggling. You don't know what's going to happen, whom you're going to choose. It could be a vicious circle pattern of relationship issues, bad habits, no-win situation. Don't self-sabotage this week. For sure, do not self-sabotage. This is what I'm saying with these cards as well. I feel like you really are expecting the worst, of course hoping for the best. You were the best thing in my life. So this person really has nostalgia towards you. Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which we're in until the 20th of March. By the way, happy upcoming birthday. I bury myself in work to forget you. So I feel like there's several energies converging here into your reading, right? And there is new love as well. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Expect to be simmering in emotion this week. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So certainly expect yourself again to be simmering in romantic emotions. If you have denied yourself or focused on yourself, or try not to immerse too much in going off a tangent emotionally, this week it may be difficult to control your emotions. A little pre-warning here, and also spoiler alert, right? So okay, let's get a couple. The Fool and the Hangman. Oh, okay. So it's like this is something new that's happening, but it's happened already, I feel. And you're trying to see the situation from a different perspective or reinvigorate a particular connection. So let's say you separated, you went into no contact with someone, and here this person comes back. And you're wishing to start anew and to start something different. But at the same time, I feel like you are trying to get your ducks in the row to prepare for impact in case something doesn't work out, in case this person disappoints you again, because I feel like this is not your first rodeo, Aries. The cards are being very specific. Literally, this is not your first rodeo. With this individual, with this type of, even if it's a new person, could be just you sense that this is a repeater of a situation that may have occurred in the past. So this is what it's saying here. Let's have a look. The Hangman also talks about the need for self-sacrifice. Avoid instantaneous gratification. Delayed gratification is your best ally this week. And I hope that you can forgive me one day. So maybe this person feels bad about how they treated you in the past, and they're openly discussing it with you, which does allow you to see things from their perspective. Maybe the way you had separated in the past, or things that happened in the past, even if you didn't separate, it seems like they're trying to bury the hatchet. They're trying to explain themselves to you. I do like this energy, I must admit, because at least someone's trying here, and maybe not everything is as it seems, because of course you have been burnt. You are afraid to love someone again. There's a lot of unhealed trauma, and you're scared of people running away. Or maybe you, when things get too intense, you run away. As always, for cross watchers especially, remember this can go vice versa, right? If something is also triggering and you're getting upset about something I'm saying, it means there is an unhealed aspect within yourself you truly need to look into. The relationships you've been in the past have been very toxic, but you do need to practice the law of attraction this week, quantum jumping, whatever it may be, because it says you do attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Do not self-sabotage and do not deny yourself to have fun, to be appreciated, because I feel like for some of you this feels alien. It's been a very long time, right, when this had happened, when someone truly appreciated you, when someone had shown you how much they care. Like, you just feel like any love relationship or connection you're going to go into, it's always going to end badly. You're always going to get burned, and maybe you have done in the past, but time to flip the script, Aries, right? So yeah, there's a moment of disappointment here. There's a moment of disappointment, but I have been reading on the Five of Cups energy, and some interesting aspects I have found is that, you know, it talks about Five of Cups can be initiation through loss, because the fives in tarot talk about disruption that then equates to evolution. We get disruption, then we evolve. So it's a spiritual initiation is triggered by some form of a collapse. So all the bad things that may have happened in this particular relationship is changing your identity. Your identity has changed through grief. You may have gone through the dark night of the heart. This talks about alchemy through loss, i.e. you have transformed yourself into this highly sought piece of gold out of base metals, right? This is what the alchemists are after. But at the same time, you're still suffering with this unprocessed survivor's guilt. That's what the Five of Cups is about. There's more depth to it than just disappointment, crying over spilled milk. This is why I love the tarot, because there's so much dimension to the cards. I think in one lifetime you could never learn everything about the cards. So when people are here saying, oh, you know, tarot is tarot, there's not much more to it, astrology is much more in depth and you can learn so much, no bish. Tarot is incredible, but nonetheless, right? This is you thinking about specific past situations this week and thinking, well, I should have done more, especially after some breakup has happened. But sometimes you do, or this week you are emotionally attaching yourself to suffering. You are afraid of moving forward, and you're staying in mourning longer than necessary. Grief with resistance. Grief is, you know, this talks about grief and resistance to healing. But the thing is, you know, when we see those two cups, it talks about delayed gratitude and missed blessings. Love is still available. Emotional tunnel vision right now, because you're too focused on what's left, the spilt milk, right? You're not seeing what you still have. You have something in your life that should give you virtue, I'm hearing, and it should give you hope. Whether that's the possibility of reconciliation after time of separation, whether something new where that new love card is coming in. Very important to notice the bridge symbol in this particular card, because the bridge implies movement from grief into acceptance and crossing an emotional threshold, a period between ending and renewal, mourning before reconciliation, because the person hasn't crossed yet. So timing wise, not the end, you're just in the middle of some uncanny situation you're processing, because disappointment after high hopes is the Five of Cups, and also the Five of Cups is Mars and Scorpio. When it comes to Mars being in water, it's a very emotional, tumultuous time. Crisis that creates change, and deep psychological processing is prevalent this week. So very, very deeply, and they might be dealing with a Gemini. So for Aries, females might be dealing with an air sign, Gemini in particular, Aquarius, or a Libra, someone between the ages of 25 to 35, brown hair, blue eyes, lighter complexion. For those of you who've been watching my readings, you know how it goes. For those who haven't and stumble upon me just now, this is literature value. This is what these cards are ascribed to. However, the knight doesn't have to be someone between the ages of 25 to 35. You can get a 50-year-old acting like a knight, because they're loose cannon and they're not settled within themselves. And sometimes a 20-year-old can come up as king, although kings are prescribed to be a 35-year-old person and above. For male Aries, you may be dealing with an earth sign female. So Capricorn in particular, Taurus, or a Virgo, black, brown hair, brown eyes, tan or darker complexion. Again, doesn't have to be none of those. You're in this process of indecision. It's like the inability to move on or make a solid decision is actually causing you grief. So not only is there, you know, the Five of Cups energy, which is not very canny, we've got the Nine of Swords. So you're stuck in this regret and guilty conscience and sleepless nights. And this is amygdala hijack at 3 a.m. You know, where you're ruminating, you're spiraling, you're scrolling through the conversations you had with this person, thinking, why did I say what I say? Why did they say what they said? Looking into every emoji they sent, maybe checking their social media, checking the comments. You need to snap out of it, because this is what's probably disallowing you from moving forward this week. Of course, again, going back to that thematic of, well, full moons, full moon, lunar eclipse is happening, and full blood moon is coming in the sign of Virgo, I believe. Plus, we've got the Mars squaring Uranus in Aquarius placement, which we're just coming out of on the 1st of March. That's why all these escalations within the world has happened, because of this tumultuous electric placement, upheaval, and the whole Iran situation. And it's just terrible, terrible time we're living in right now. Let's hope it doesn't further escalate. Look what's happening in Mexico, and it really shows in the skies because of all these astrological influences. But going back to the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, this is why you're ruminating over the past. You're brought back to certain karmic cycles that potentially haven't ended. Expect travel disruptions. Expect delayed communication, cross wires, technological glitches, things freezing, things disconnecting, breakages of laptops and phones and whatever very well could happen. Thank Mercury for it. But I feel like you're upset about a lack of progression, a lack of a new beginning within a particular situation here. You're sick and tired of the same old, but there's somebody who's trying to come in and offer you this cup, the Knight of Cups, right? It could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person is between the ages of 25 to 35, blonde hair, blue eyes, lighter complexion. Doesn't have to be. This is Pisces card. Somebody is keen to take time and make effort with you. Very much so. Somebody is very keen to show you that they care. I promise you they do. And this is an energy of a person who could be in love with love, somebody who overly romanticizes, but they could be all talk as well. So I swear to God, I did not see this card and I said all talk. Can you imagine? Silver-tongued devil, big flirt, no action player. If you dealt with somebody who was acting like this, they do get influenced by alcoholic beverages to be all this way, to be silver-tongued, always getting, you know, what they want, being nice to you, adrift, not willing to settle down or be responsible, time to commit and put down roots. This person knows that their time is ticking when it comes to either walking away from you for good or commitment, right? And you feel closed off because there's a lack of trust here. You feel like this person, they just, yeah, as it says, silver-tongued devil. They talk a good game, but actions don't really align with what they're saying. So you have to be very cautious in watching the person's actions. Talk is cheap. Everyone can talk a good game, as we always say, Aries. They know they crossed the line with you. So there is a sense of culpability, whoever this is you're dealing with, but they also know they're a distraction from your pain. So it could be that somebody else, like let's say you've broken up with somebody, you're still not over them, somebody else comes back in, or you meet somebody else, they're dubious that, you know, you're seeking a rebound, Aries. Make sure you're not going into a relationship rushed because you cannot get over somebody as well. Not to say you shouldn't give people a chance, but if you feel like you're only filling up your time just to not think about the person you're trying to get over, you know, with, then don't bother wasting your time, because in the process this other person may be investing and getting hurt because your heart is not really truly in it. Could be, of course, vice versa. It could be you, Aries, doing it. We have reconciliation. So again, this feels that energy from the past, the thematics of Mercury retrograde. Someone from your past is returning. It's like, oh, you just like booked and busy this week. I must assure you, someone's been watching you. Someone's been spying on you, low key. Someone's checking all your story updates. You may know who this is. You may not. They may be using fake accounts or just logging into their laptop to see without signing in. There's, you know, Instagram, TikTok. You can just go on your laptop and watch whatever you want if the account is public, right? You don't even have to sign in. So you wouldn't even know. I feel like you don't even know the people that watch your story, the people that check your profile. I do sense there's a karmic or a third party, a female also watching you, or she's threatened by you. Maybe somebody had gotten in between you and your person, and that's why this has happened, you know. I do feel like because you've been burnt so many times, when someone comes back to reconcile, it could be a Leo as well, it may make you happy, but also you're not sure. You're not sure how to act. You're not... this person may be coming in and sending you this platonic message, like, hey, how you been? Without any sense of accountability, any sense of culpability for what they've done to you. Mercury retrograde is renowned to have exes come back as well. But sometimes the universe is testing us. Have you learned your lesson? And you're not going to entertain this individual? Or are you going to go back to that same karmic loop to relive it all over again? Because if you know this person hasn't changed, if you know they're doing immoral things or dealing with multiple other people, then there's only one outcome. And that one outcome is really going to disappoint you all over again. And why would you subject yourself to that situation, going back through these energies again with someone unpredictable? Yes, it's exciting. Yes, for sure, there may be a trauma bond. But yes, this is a vicious circle. I assure you. Do better this time, Aries. Again, can be vice versa. Maybe you're the culprit for all the drama. I don't know. You need to, before you take any action, you need to bow down in silence and really try to compartmentalize your thoughts. There's definitely fortune favoring you, and there's definitely a swift change in events. Somebody is coming back, but somebody could be coming back because they need some help with resources, some practical help from you. Or they may be coming back saying, oh, let's be friends, Aries. Let's just be friends for now. A very, very manipulative energy I'm sensing, right? So I'd be cautious. Because I feel like if you are dealing with somebody else and an ex is coming back, the bad ex, the bad egg of an ex who really put you through so much pain, and you feel like maybe it was a bad timing. It wasn't bad timing. They were just a bad person. Again, it wasn't bad timing for you and this person. They were a bad person. You know, there's a past life relationship. Yes, there is a past life aspect. Yes, I understand why you can't move on. But you need to release the ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And some of you are literally walking away from this. You're not looking back anymore. There's a moment of passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So if you had been intimate with somebody, it's somebody new especially, who maybe have been trying to pursue you, maybe someone that was running in your friend circle before, someone you've known for some time, there is more intimacy yet to come this week, particularly between the 3rd and the 10th of March. And some of you, again, are just walking away from the past. You're no longer, you know that you have emotionally outgrown a situation and you no longer have to participate in it. I couldn't let you get close to me. This person will never be emotionally available. I promise you, they will never be emotionally available. But they're starting to understand the connection right now, it seems, right? But they flex too much. They hide behind material things. But I feel like they have not got pot to piss in. They are very attracted to you. But their life is all over the place. Their life is not as together as it seems. They may be acting like they've got everything under control, but they certainly do not. So be cautious who you're letting into your life and what drama that they may be having, because we don't want other people to, you know, suck us into their bullshit as well. Like we not got our own bullshit to deal with, you know what I mean? So facing it, you know something isn't right. Don't be afraid to find out the truth. It will set you free. Cannot stress this enough. This is important. There may be a reconciliation. There may be them coming back, trying to woo you. And you may decide to go back. But I feel like some of you are going back to get the final answer, to put the final nail in the coffin, to really find out maybe the harsh truth of, yes, they were using me. You know? Yes, this person was using me. Yes, this person was cheating. Yes, this person was never serious about commitment. This is what it's all about, starting a new cycle. Somebody wasn't as committal as they promised. Again, you see, there is this communication coming, which will make you happy. It stems from, there you go, stems from romantic, from platonic first, leading into romantic communication, of course. Let's clarify this 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Yeah, what you know what upset you the most is them hiding secrets, maybe hiding another person from you. Your intuition also nudging you towards this, but then also their instant detachment. This person have left you out for dead. I'm not gonna lie to you. This person has detached, went ghost, when you needed them the most. Maybe they were the ones to put you into these energies where you felt as a loss, you felt completely backstabbed, you felt grievous, you felt like you know, you were mourning, and this person further contributed to your loss. They further contributed to leaving you out in this horrible situation. So how can you again allow this person to come back and entertain this? Why would you expect them to have changed overnight, and why would you expect them to be any different this time around? It's not possible. Leopard doesn't change its spots, the zebra doesn't change its stripes, and people's habits, old habits die hard, right? Let's see what the oracle cards are saying. Instinct, yes. Wolf, someone could have spirit animal wolf. Check out for synchronicities of a wolf as well. But I feel like you have come out the other side of all these hurdles with a particular situation or a person, and you have to trust your instincts right off the bat. You have to trust with the High Priestess as well what your intuition is saying. Keep on manifesting your dream life. Keep on being proactive in things that bring you joy, right? Like friends or a person you can trust, or your work, you know, like building your coin, building your business. This is minor. This person has brought no value or importance in your life. So I can't even comprehend as to why you would even consider giving them a chance, apart from maybe you feel lonely. Maybe, you know, the solitude, you feel lonely here. You feel isolated. The Hermit card, maybe you've been celibate for a long time as well, and this person was the last person you slept with, and you don't want to give yourself away to nobody else. But you don't, Aries, the fuck? Come on, let's snap out of this. You don't owe them no loyalties. What's wrong with you? You're keeping yourself like a nun or a priest for a person who freaking left you for dead here. Seriously, dude, like, it makes me pissed. Earth magic, ground yourself, work on your root chakra. There's an emergence. Watch out for dragonflies as well, maybe of significance. Someone could have a dragonfly tattoo, for example. You are activating your spirit, your soul is activating into a new timeline as well. Beautiful. If you want a private reading, the link is in my bio. And also, if you cannot afford a full video or want to check out my skill but don't want to invest fully, you can donate an item of my Amazon wishlist, and you get 3 question or 15-minute reading in exchange. Yep. Appreciate yourself. There is appreciation for you this week, no doubt about it. There is people appreciating you. There is people showing you that you're desirable, that you're very wanted, but you have to retain strength. Leo energy here, you have to retain strength. When the devil is coming to test you, and the devil is coming to test you this week with this particular person, I promise you, have you grown, or will you be reverting back to the same old, same old? Trust your intuition, work on your third eye chakra this week as well, Aries. Because there is a caring connection around you. There is daughter romance, but you're the one who's keeping yourself stuck somewhere you don't even want to be in. Let's say that mental prison that you're propagating upon yourself. Because again, that solitude card, right? You feel like you owe loyalties to somebody who was never loyal to you. You are happy, you will be happy, but you won't be happy if you're not giving somebody else a chance, or you're constantly stuck in that old cycle. It could be that also you're with this person and they have hurt you, but you refuse to move on from the past. Maybe they're trying to change the situation, but this is extremely positive, actually. I feel this is very positive, Aries, because daughter romance and caring connection. See who cares, who shows up the most this week, who's consistent, who's treating you not right, and saying, it's not all about saying, it's also actions. Are they saying nice things but not really keeping their word, or are they doing both? If they're doing both, that this is your daughter romance, right? Beautiful. Anyway, thank you so much. Take care now, Aries. Goodbye.